pushing for in the on-point retributions and all that is in the hands of Bray. Now back to the draft phase, where they take out the chip and the Fredrin. One counter to chip that we actually did talk about was the Carmilla, in which the Carmilla will be so happy having a lot of people just scrambling over, but it's gonna be Helkert, the debut pick. Helkert. Interesting.
Very interesting. We were told this pick is
Week 9.
gonna be present in week 9. It looks like it's open now. I just really want to wait for confirmation on this.
Yep.
But yeah, Helkert makes its debut in Season 13. Still, with the Barats, it really creates the question, yo, where the heck is this Helkert gonna go? We have seen a lot of analysts as well, a lot of players on social media play this Helkert as a roamer. Now, will the Helkert be a roamer, or will the Helkert be in the jungle? Then the Barats could actually be flexed into the XP, could also be flexed into the jungle, so for GEEK Fam, they have a lot to play with. Meanwhile, for DEWA, they pick a Novaria into the Helkert, man. They are confident that they will have enough PL for this Novaria.
I mean, technically, it's quite hard to catch Novaria, right? Sure, you're Helkert, sure, you can use the Dark Knight Falls, but let's see here. Where will this Helkert go? Because Barat still technically can go to the EXP. Again, with the chip, I'm really not convinced here. Even without Carmilla, even we saw what Dreams did with the Carmilla countering the chip, but even without chip last week, very low percentage win rate. So I'm not convinced that chip is a
Trial pick?
trial pick.
I agree. I have to agree,
It's
especially
an
with...
overrated hero.
And you're almost forced to ban out the Carmilla, technically, right? And I think that's what GEEK Fam are playing with. They're trying to bait out that ban so that DEWA kind of waste one slot on the Carmilla ban. Because if they don't, I think for GEEK Fam, they could very easily just flex the Helkert into the jungle, flex the Barats into XP, and then pick up something like a Carmilla. Or really, all the other picks that have been utilized to counter the chip. Just the Faramis as well, technically, that's still up for grabs. But Loy has played it in the roam, right? I mean, this is a very crazy draft that they have. Or, hey, we've seen Yaoi and Yehezkiel combo the Lo Yi with a Tigreal.
And the way they played it was very beautiful. The diversion to the implosion onto the backline. That is one of the best synergies I've ever seen so far. But yeah, on the topic of chip, I feel like he excels more when you have a Luo Yi in your team, so you can always go around the map and you have that macro control in the whole entire map. But now, of course, interesting picks from GEEK Fam with the Barats and Helkert that they have. But the Terizla ban will wrap up the second phase of bans. Now, for DEWA, what do they want to pick to complement this Novaria Fredrin chip? Because I feel like they need something that could burst down to the players of GEEK Fam. They'll pick up the Roger for what? A safe option for the marksman of DEWA United.
The usual combination when you have a chip, you want to have as many brawls as possible. So getting a brawler like the Roger definitely will help facilitate the chip or enable the chip even more. The thing is, for GEEK Fam, if you guys noticed last week, they played the chip and they were up against Carmilla and they did super well by utilizing the chip not just for random brawls on the map, not just for ganks, but to get prio overall in the map. So it's more of map control over just ganks, and the Moskov will definitely add into the fact that they have more goal presence to play with. So it's a Moskov and a Lo Yi, the double TP combo, just not with the chip. And the last pick will be that Ruby. And still, we technically don't know where this Ruby, where this Helkert or the Barats, where is it gonna go? I have no idea.
My guess is Ruby Row, Helkert jungle, Barats XP.
See,
I
my
think
guess
it's more
is a bit
standard.
different.
Wow, what's your guess?
Helkert Roam, Ruby XP,
Roam.
Barats jungle.
Wow, okay, interesting angle from Mirko. But I feel like with the Helkert pick, they kind of want to play it safe with,
Okay, it depends on the EXP.
yeah, of course, the XP as well. But yeah, we will have to see how GEEK Fam wants to play this Helkert. But DEWA United now trying to confirm their last pick in this drafting phase. Who will they go for? Reminding that they have a solid lineup so far, and it will be the Yuzong. Okay, like what Mirko mentioned, they need brawlers and they have the Roger, the Fredrin, and the Yuzong to complement this chip shortcut.
Okay, so I believe it is Hellcat Roam based on the swaps.
Wow.
But we'll see again here. But yeah, the Hellcat has been utilized by a lot of streamers, analysts, etc. with Roam, because you get the passive instantly, and even your Stinger stacks, you get it without basic attacking now. You just randomly get it, it just regenerates. So it actually creates a pretty good spot for the Hellcat to be utilized as a roamer, but we'll get our confirmation very, very soon. And it is Hellcat Baloyski on the Hellcat lineup rating and the counter index to DEWA United, though. This is a very unorthodox pick for GEEK fam, so we'll have to see if they can make it work.
I believe this is the first execute in Season 13
Yep.
that has been brought by a team, and it is going to be Baloyski.
Battle towards playoffs starts today. Week 8 sees the gods take on the geeks. Will the gods once again bleed, or will they be able to give the retribution needed? It is going to be GEEK fam against DEWA United.
Let's see who will take the first game, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome
These two
to
teams.
Mobile
Remember,
Legends.
GEEK fam, they need a win to solidify themselves in playoff contention. Meanwhile, DEWA United, they're at the bottom. They desperately need a win to help increase their odds to the playoffs.
Okay, so talk about...
my-
Wow.
What?
I was about to ask Mirko, talk to us about how this Hellcat will operate when it's played in Rome. And you can see, the kill potential is so high, it almost got K's in that skirmish in mid.
Yeah, the lethal ignition procs almost instantly, technically, if you get those the stinger down.
Yeah.
And you basically saw that. I think if a boy got his lethal ignition down too, and Baloyski pop execute, that would have been easy first blood for GEEK fam. But just notice how this Hellcat is going to be played. He's just constantly going to go to the back. It kind of reminds me of how Natalia is played. And if you know Baloy, that's his choice, that's his pick. Now with the Rupture and the Master Assassin, just expect him to literally be Natalia. Actually, the way he plays, even with the execute. So very, very similar. You can draw parallels to that pick. And for Baloyski, the only thing that's different than Natalia is usually for Natalia, you get the invisibility. For him, he gets that Terrify.
Shortcut though from Drian actually catches Ray off guard with the Petrify as well. Gary claims the first blood. Now Luke has space to back away, but that's already an early win for DEWA United. Oh, Baloyski almost catching Keys here. Remember, Keys no flicker early. So again, GEEK looking for compensation, does not get it yet.
GEEK fam got caught in their own aggression up top. And it is going to be Ray going down with a near turtle contest soon. But of course, oh, another fight down the bottom.
2v1 situation. Chidera actually is able to get out of that. Actually, Watt is also quite low as well. Drian now hovering around, helping Watt to clear. That will be Watts, I believe, getting some extra goal. Now let's see here, neutral objective take. Ray is a baby dino. Will he commit to this? Black Dragon form used up as well as the Daytona's welcome. Reboy now being the target. Gary securing the turtle. Drian isolated, and he will be taken out here by a boy shortly. And that is a kill for a turtle.
Off the bat, GEEK fam gonna lose out in this battle, but they do find the kill only on to Chip though. Unfortunately for GEEK fam, this is a big advantage for DEWA in the early to mid game. Remember, with the Chip, they get going real fast. So right now, Drian has finally gotten that shortcut to play with those portals around the map. And this is where Baloyski is gonna have a little bit of a tougher time. You would expect him to actually get an advantage earlier on so that he could actually utilize that snowball. But now that DEWA will technically be clumping up for the most part with the Chip, it actually makes it a bit more difficult for Baloyski to even utilize the Master Assassin and get these pickoffs around the map. The good thing though is now technically you have an AoE Terrify in your kit, and you can punish the Chip. Still, Watt has Purify, and they have a lot of counter initiations or counterplay methods, DEWA United. A lot of taunts, a lot of peel if Hellcat does want to dive deep.
Solid prediction though by Samsung Galaxy S24 series. Oh, unanimous decision towards GEEK fam, so no one's predicting DEWA United will win, but they could turn it to odds now. Gary.
They actually commit on towards Baloyski. And Baloyski, even without the spell there, he will not be able. Sure, it was an execute as well. Now they move onwards towards Chidera here in the bottom side of the map. Chidera 3v1 with a shortcut as well. Oh, everything put on the kitchen sink. Chidera will not survive this one. Ray coming in actually finds a trade as Watt now. Might be targeted and he will find the skill shot on towards Watt. Double kill already for Ray. GEEK on the other side of the map responds as well. Drian now actually quite low, but is able to get out of that. And GEEK, they actually find the right rates.
That was an audacious dive from DEWA United. They like put the portal under the turret and had like 4 members just quarreling around Chidera. Thankfully though, GEEK fam was quick on the response and they were able to get the trades here and there.
Might go for another.
Let's see here, Drian looking for an opening as well as the Black Dragon form. Nope, they will not commit on towards a fight. They just want the newt.
So far, it's 2-0 for the neutrals. In the hands of DEWA United. Gary has been on point in the contest so far. But GEEK fam, I could see their kill potential, their threats. With the Hellcurt just trying to move behind the shadows, it just creates this pressure that is constantly given towards DEWA United.
And DEWA is just hovering over. He actually notices that Beloy is there. Doesn't pop the shortcut just yet. Not really in any spot to look for any crazy skirmishes. I think for DEWA, they've improved a whole lot here from the way they're playing. Again, just focusing on the neutral objectives, not really going for unnecessary dives and team fights like the previous week DEWA would do. So for DEWA, really, it's all about how they utilize this lead. Even though it's just 600, a boy might just be taken. Oh!
He hits the wall! Wrong flicker, and Gary will capitalize on the other side. Good flicker by Drian to sidestep from that Daytona's welcome, but a boy wasn't able to escape.
That was
uncharacteristic.
Uncharacteristic and questionable as well from a boy. He wasn't able to get past the wall as well with the flicker though. So GEEK fam, they lose a boy. Looking for another one for DEWA United.
2v2, top side. Black Dragon form committed. They will not commit on towards business. Gary and Dixon will get out of the top lane. Maybe he will actually go to here into this. He might no. Will they invade the purple? I think so. But bottom side of the map here, Kay's looking for an opening. Oh, boy! Wrong diversion play. Shortcut was there, and DEWA United, they will find another kill on towards Kay's actually. Let's see, Watts looking for a kill on towards Luke, and gets it. Oh my goodness, Watts is online! Almost gets out of that, but actually will be punished. Now, Patience Wrath committed. Drian will be taken out, Gary. Nowhere to run, and GEEK fam seems like they will capitalize on Gary. Ooh. Good sidestep. He's actually able to recall unless Veloci says otherwise. That's a good. That's a good spear by Chidera, and he will fall.
Beloyski again with the constant kill threat. We're talking about how GEEK fam was disconnected in the first phase of that fight, but the backup came and they were in sync. They were in unison. So DEWA United, they had to lose that, and now the goal lead swings towards GEEK fam.
Wow, instantly with just one big team fight, and it feels like it's just right on cue, right? I just mentioned how DEWA, they are being more disciplined in the early game and how they utilize that lead, and then they overextend right on cue. Right as they got a boy, and they've already actually escaped from Beloyski's assassination attempt, but now Drian,
on towards the crash course. Luke now caught with the sun. It will help Gary secure the kill. And Beloyski does not want business even popping the Dark Knight Falls there. And it's still a very, very stalemate-ish match.
You can look at how DEWA United will always have the man advantage with the shortcut if Drian is on the proximity. But then again, the way Beloyski could just pounce closely and just throw the stingers, it is going to hurt more for DEWA United when they get caught in the 1v1s and the 2v1s, the isolated members. Beloyski, look, he can kill Case!
Oh, this is why Hellcurt was used. Novaria is gonna be, his food, no, my goodness. Good response actually by GEEK, again catching Dixon now. 2 members out, and they might extend. Let's see, Gary, Watt, and Drian will not be able to defend that bottom tier 1. Geek Fam, they move with 5. Dark Knight Falls committed. Oh my lord, Watts half HP. Oh, why did you jump on towards 5 men? Dreon, he will be punished. They might get another extra turret in the bottom side of the map. And Geek Fam, they have the jungles of DEWA United.
Just talked about it. Beloyski shows his fangs when needs be. And there goes the Hellcurt. It will snowball to that point of no return for Geek Fam.
I mean, we did say the way he's going to play this, the way he plays Natalia. And on Natalia, he's an absolute monster. Beloyski, this time he's found another Natalia. It's in the form of a Hellcurt. And that's why we were all quite flabbergasted by the Novario pick after the Hellcurt. Because, yeah, K's, they're probably really confident in their peel. But the fact that the Hellcurt is constantly just going to be in the bushes, staying away. Oh, a random gank up top.
Yep, good Spirit of Glory. Good DPS there, enough to take Watt down. No Purify. Take a look at Dreon here. Looking for a counter play. Good taunt on towards the boy. It's going to be the main target here. Oh my goodness, Dixon. Taken down to Dara. Good trade. And Gary finds another. 4 members taken out here. And Gary, being the Lone Ranger, Ray Beloyski will tag team on towards Gary. And it seems like Gary will not have enough sustainability. And Ray collects the monster.
This match is so sloppy. The fights everywhere, so messy. But Geek Fam, they constantly come out on top, and Beloyski is that cleanup crew that you can always expect as the Hellcurt just bursts the backline. The way he plays this Hellcurt is so good. And in GameFAQ, with the new application GoPay, this marks Hellcurt's debut in MPL ID Season 13 after its last usage by Boy in MPL ID Season 12 when Ultra Ego secured a victory against DEWA United, the same team.
Oh, maybe execute. No, it's on cooldown. Luckily for Kaze, though, Beloyski was unable to find the punish. But yeah, that's a Lord. That's a free Lord for Geek and 5,000 gold lead. DEWA United, are they crumbling?
They certainly are. It's a 5,000 gold lead for Geek Fam, like you mentioned, Gani. And take a look at the items for Mr. Beloyski. BBB, Big Boy Beloy. Wait, now they teleport down below, but he already has a Heptases. And it looks like he's building towards DHS? There's no way that's a win in nature, so it has to be a DHS, right? Meanwhile, for the Moskov as well, that's the power spike, the 3-item power spike that you would want on the Moskov, plus the win in nature. So Beloyski is playing it aside, and I think if even Watt walks up, that BOD is going to definitely, give him a whole lot of despair. By the way, it's a 2,000 gold lead for the most part on the side of Geek Fam for their MM, 1,400, 2,000 in the roam, and 2,000 in the jungle. Despite Ray not able to secure a lot of turtles in this game, it's still A-OK for Ray. He was able to counter jungle a whole lot, and now the boy, even with Blood Wings and Chidera with that win in nature, now it gets real tough for DEWA because they're going to have to rely on Kaze to actually execute Chidera. Meanwhile, for the rest of the team, Watts, Gary, and even Dixon, it's going to be tough to take Chidera down with that win in nature.
If, retrospectively, the Hellcurt was played jungle, will it function as maximized as this? Because you can see so much freedom given to Beloyski with the Hellcurt so that he can snowball and get the kills. Will it function differently if it's played in the hands of Ray, maybe?
Yeah, it'll be definitely different because when you're in the jungle, you're focused on farming as well, right? You're not just focused on looking for kills, on roaming around the map, and that's why I feel like the Hellcurt just fits better in roam. And Beloyski thinks the same way here because he knows how to play that Natalia. It's basically the same playstyle. By the way, yes, it is a DHS for the Hellcurt, so even the tanky members aren't safe.
Oh, Dark Knight Falls committed. My goodness.
What?
The Scorpion. Oh, my lord. Dreon now. Low HP. Luke will be the trade, though. Dixon taken out as well as Geek Fam.
Wow.
They just show who is boss in this first game. And Geek Fam, he's left all alone. And Beloyski, the man who started it all. Diversion play.
Oh!
Keys. Good night. Geek Fam will tuck the gods to bed in the first game.
The gods are not bleeding anymore. They're hemorrhaging. And this time, they fall again, unable to control their bleeding. Geek Fam, they take game number 1.
What an absolute banger of a game 1 to start things off here for week number 8 when these teams need to find victories. Geek Fam utilizing the new Hellcurt pick that has just been left available, without any hesitation, utilizes it, plays with the flex potential of the Hellcurt and the Barats as well, to end up putting it in a very cheesy spot in Rome. And Beloyski